Welcome back to another episode of Dark Cloud. I'm Mar, and I did a lot of farming between episodes. Like, a lot. A lot. So I upgraded both. So I put the, cleavers in most people's weapons. Everyone's weapons who I have right now. And I stored the extra cleavers for when I get those other characters later. You'll notice that Ruby actually, packs the wall up now. She hasn't quite caught up to the others yet, but she's actually hitting decently hard. So I'm going to try and progress through the rest of the dungeon to unlock floor 14, which is better for power leveling. Don't mind me, is that just... Oh, hey, escape pattern. That's nice. Okay, I'm just making sure my audio isn't bugged because I didn't hear the water sound effect, but I guess just because of the way I walked into it, it just didn't make it. Anyway, yeah. Something I didn't know until I accidentally hit one with Holy already equipped. These roses are also weak to Holy in addition to Fire. Did not know that. Actual chest or King Mimic? King Mimic. Didn't get to fully charge that, but that happens. Eat that, jerk face. Yeah, that's what I thought. Get out of here. I'm really hoping to find some trial hammers soon. They're an item that gives abs up and pour. Abs up increases the amount of abs that you get, and pour reduces the amount of money that you get. But because of the way things work, if you already have big bucks, which is the opposite of pour, on your weapon, then pour can't stick to your weapon. It just blinks off once you upgrade it again. And you're left with big bucks still. Hello, guest. Thank you for the water, I suppose. But yeah, so I'll just show off the weapons. So I'm still in the process of doing the big bucks hammers, obviously. But so this is Goro's weapon now. It's his second to last weapon, like he's only got one more above Satan's axe. Zhao is about to upgrade to Divine Beast title. After Divine Beast title, she'll actually be pretty close to upgrading to her last weapon, but it will be delayed until we get late enough in the game that we can find the Weapon of Tones that gives Drain. For reasons that I'll explain later. It effectively comes down to Zhao's Angel Gear natively has is that holy? It is. Cool, didn't even have to change elements. Anyways, as I was saying, Zhao's Angel Gear, which is what comes after her Divine Beast thing. Let's see. What else did... So I used some interesting save scum tactics to confirm what else Ruby needed, but we also needed Thunder, so we'll just slap that on there. Upgrade. And now that it's +5, it's leveled up enough as a platinum ring. I'm gonna upgrade it to the crystal ring, which is what guides us on Ruby's upgrade path that will eventually get her best weapon. Okay. It's this one that we need to be pointing her towards. Really hope I get some diamonds or something soon. I've not been... So I got a lot of gems through farming, but I didn't get a lot of gems that were actually useful to me right now. So most of them ended up just kind of going on Tone to help him get closer to maxing out his secondary stats, you know? Which, by the way, is why, despite Goro having a ridiculously higher attack, Tone still doesn't hit that much lighter than him, because Tone just has so much increased damage against everything, that against anything not made of metal, because metal breaker is still hard to find, Tone just wrecks it. Only things that are made of metal are safe from Tone's vastly increased damage against their kind. Yeah, had a lot of fun upgrading weapons. Spent a significant portion of the day doing that, but figured I should finish recording all of the rest of this area up to the boss. I might do the boss just so that way you can see what it looks like if the boss is at least somewhat challenging, instead of watching me just two-shot it with Ruby from afar. Or however many, whatever the minimum attacks is. I think there might be some phase changes to this boss, so I'm not sure that I can just ranged attack it and get it immediately. If I remember correctly, there's some puzzle mechanic to this boss, but I may be thinking of a different one. Ugh. Is anyone close to 0? No. No. Ah! Oh, crap. That's the golden hammer. Well, Tone, you have the easiest time killing things of the people who have decent weapons equipped, and therefore you have the easiest time getting your experience back. In particular, he can kill the mask enemies that proliferate floor 14 much more easily than the others can. Because they, while physical resistant, are also pretty slow. It makes it annoying for Goro to face them because it makes Goro's only real option against them. I am definitely getting hit by that, but let me just stay in my inventory, actually do what I came in here for, which was check if I had any items with which to kill these enemies instead. Oh, that reminds me. I was killing some enemies with items earlier, so I took my auto repair powder off and forgot to put it back on. But yeah, it's I'm super happy. The Northwest, while still on fire, at least the air quality has gotten a lot better. It really sucks that it still is on fire as it is, but man, I'm happy that I can go outside without feeling like I need to be wearing a gas mask. You know, only need to be wearing a normal mask now. Big improvement. Oh man, 2020's been a year, yeah. Like I'm sitting here going, yes, I'm not gonna suffocate from smoke if I go outside. Like that's a victory. 2020's been a year. Come on. Will you hold still? I'm trying to remove you from existence. Do you mind? Ow. Apparently the chariot over here minded. Also, I like how they're called chariots, but like, that's a cannon. Like, that is... I am really annoyed with the chariots. They are very annoying to face as a melee. Okay, there we go. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Let's try and beat some more floors. Hopefully, we'll beat lots of floors. Hey, there's the ship cabin key. But yeah, it's been super nice actually, you know, having clear skies and stuff. Been really refreshing. Like, you can see the mountains now. Like, you can see outside of town. It's been wonderful. Ruby, if you could face the way I think you're going to. That'd be great. Okay. But yeah, so Tone still does less damage than Goro, but that's to be expected because he has a faster weapon. His weapon is much faster than Goro's, so he doesn't hit quite as hard. Even like at the end of the game, Goro's max attack is like, I don't know exactly how much higher, but it's higher. I have to look at the weapon chart again. In fact, I have the weapon chart open, one of my tabs. Let me do that. Let's look at the weapon chart again. Goro's attack maxes out at getting shot around the corner. It maxes out at 350. And I believe that Tone's maxes out at 60. Yeah. With the exception of once you can have the Chronicle 2. But I'm probably not going to bother using the Chronicle 2. Because I believe you get it from effectively beating the game. Not a fan of being frozen. It's not a fun stats effect. Let's run away. Breeze, we're off on Tone. There we go. Heals weapon, just to be safe. I've put a lot of time into this thing. I do not want it to break. If it breaks, even if it's in episode, I'm resetting. That's it. I'm not refarming. Not happening. I don't care. Like, me refarming that is high up on the list of things that are definitely not happening. Oh, well, that just goes right through my guard. Cool. You could stop. That's right, get maneuvered into a corner. Jerk. Anyway, boy, more gooey peaches. That's what I wanted. Lots and lots of gooey peaches. Oh boy. Yeah, let's be honest. The gooey peaches are pretty useless. Make for decent money though. Not great money, but decent money. Oh, speaking of, I'm poor again in this game, by the way. Because, you know, every time I needed something, I needed to put something on my weapons that was buyable, I just went and bought it, and did that. So, you know, I'm poor again. Like to the point that I was actually only in double-digit money for a while. But it's okay. I got a lot of leveling done, and I'm back into 4-digit money now. Mainly because I stopped needing to buy things. Because all the stats that I needed that I could buy from stores that I currently have available to me, I had maxed. Or not maxed, but gotten high enough for my purposes. Okay, let's use the pulley. Whee! To the next floor. We're now on floor 15. How many floors are there in this one? It's like 17. Okay, 17 floors. Let's go. It's time to open that. Also, can we talk about how impractical the 7 branches sword looks? Like, it's got all these branches coming off of it, and I mean, I guess it just looks impractical to me because, like, internally I imagine that they're gonna break. But I guess since it's a magic sword, they are magically durable, in which case they make a little more sense because if they're not breaking, they're more okay. You know what? You know what? Screw you. Yeah, that's right. Die. Okay. not what I meant to do. Hey, look, a map. Just what I wanted. Go down into that soul room down there, because, well, I may as well just walk back to it now. Oh yeah, these are the things that are in the back room of this floor, and they're the only things in the back room of this floor. And they, like the werewolves in the second place, are worth a lot of abs base, and then because they're on the back floor, that number gets doubled, and it makes them real good for XP. I was actually on a back floor to level in which they exist. They're just not the only enemy that spawns there. So it's not as efficient as doing one where they are the only thing that will spawn back there. Gosh, I'll need Mage Slayer. Okay, well, I'll just keep pumping Mage Slayer onto this until it's done. Yeah. I think it says a lot about Ruby's power as or raw power as a character that, like, she's only on her second weapon. And while I grant that being a later character, she has less weapon tiers than the others, she still has several left to go. And she is not that much weaker than, say, Zhao, who only has 2 weapon tiers left. Whereas Ruby has, I believe, 3 weapon tiers left to go. And then, like, you know, then there's the comparison with someone like Goro, who is literally on his second to last weapon tier. Then again, part of it's that there is a huge gap between second to last weapon tier and your last weapon tier. It is huge. Like, it is not close whatsoever. It is a huge difference. Oh yeah, give me that at Lemelia. Oh boy. I had a feeling. I was just really hoping, you know? There's a lot of weapons I still need. At least I only have one more set of weapons I need to buy for upgrade purposes. But that just means that the rest of the special weapons I have to find. And I'm not sure that's better. As my attempts with the Bandit Slingshot have shown, finding weapons can be really finicky. And could be better described as hoping for luck. Yeah. Like, if you notice a huge increase in playtime between one of my episodes, it'll probably have been me looking for trial hammers or something. Okay, get that crystal ring leveled up again. Does it still need Mage Slayer? It do. Running low on Mage Slayer. What else does it need? Thunder? I can do thunder. Have some thunder. Okay, there we go. Mage Slayer's viable, so I'm not too worried about running out of it. Pretty soon we're gonna hit an interesting point where I stop leveling my weapons as soon as I can. We're still pretty far away from it right now, but stat-wise, we're gonna hit it pretty soon. Like, after the 3rd dungeon, the 4th and 5th dungeons are really, really fast. And the reason for that is because the 3rd dungeon is where you stop to farm. It's why Goro's at his second to last weapon. And after this, the only people I'll still be farming with will be my newer characters until I get to the end of the game and can buy gems and fish it everywhere you can fish really well at. So I'll be doing those 2 things, fishing and buying gems, to obtain as many gems as I need to finish everything I need to do, like tiers, No, to finish maxing out all their weapons. Because there is a lot of maxing out left to do still. Like, to put this in perspective, like, Tone to max out, the person who I've by far put the most gems into, like, it's not even close. Oh boy, rotten fish. I always really dislike it when games have what are fundamentally trash drops. Like, I don't mind if they're drops that are explicitly for being sold, like, that's fine to me. Because that makes logical sense, right? Like, what you're going to get from enemies shouldn't always be money, because it doesn't always make sense for an enemy to have money at all. So what I'm referring to here is something that really annoys me, because, like, rotten fish, it's an absolute trash drop. You can't use it for anything. Like, it is completely useless. You cannot use it. And so it really bothers me that they have enemies drop it. Because why? It just takes up a slot in my inventory. Stop. What would my inventory space do to you? Haha. Tone the best. But yeah, like, to put how far away from my stats being maxed gem-wise I am, for Tone to max out his stats would still take, just to max out his bonus against enemy types, so the third page in customization, would still take, like, at least 10 diamonds? And, like, that's Tone. That is the person that I have by far pumped the most. By far the most gems into, and that's just one aspect of maxing out his stats. Hello. My name is Tone. I would like to destroy you. Do you have objections to this course of action? No? Good. But of course, maxing out your stats in this is completely unnecessary. Utterly unnecessary. Like, not even close to necessary. Even I think if you're doing the extra stuff, I don't think maxing out your stats is even close to a required thing. I might still do it just for funsies. We'll see. It depends if I can get the fishing trick to work. If I can get the fishing trick to work, I'll probably max out my stats, because that's a relatively fast way to get gems. And because you're buying gems from a store, you can choose which gems you get, which means that I can very quickly just get a whole bunch of diamonds, and then all I have to do is level people's weapons up, which is relatively easy when you have abs up. So, like, I'm not too worried about the difficulty of that, as long as I can get the fishing trick to work. Now, if I can't get the fishing trick to work, that is a different story. Right, the only thing he needs is magic. So let me... let's see. What does no one else need? I don't think anyone else needs Sky Hunter. What am I doing? That's silly. That's awkward. We're gonna stop using Tone for a while. I don't have anything to give him that someone else doesn't need and is low on him. Because I'm trying to, because the best way to efficiently max out your stats in this before you can farm gems, so the best way to prep for farming gems is to try and always put into your lowest stats. Because that keeps your average number high. And since you're usually going to max out the third set with diamonds, that's what you want, because the number of diamonds you need is going to be determined by your lowest number, with the exception of metal, because diamonds give 10 metal, so your metal will go up to 110 diamonds no matter what you do. And I'm pretty sure that caps at 100. I think it does. Not certain, but I think it does. Okay, use pulley to go to the upper level. And that's all for this episode, and I'll see you guys next time.